Sunshine Band. Calm down, Sunshine Band. First of all, calm down, Sunshine Band. That's a great song. That is a great song. It came on TikTok. Somebody was playing their video on TikTok, and it was just jamming out Casey and the Sunshine Band. You had like the dudes with the trumpets just getting it off, and the fucking guy with the fucking drum set and all that other stuff, and he was just on a piano just getting it off. So that song's been stuck in my head since like 6 o'clock this morning. Hold on. It's damn light. Stop it, light. Stop it. Anyway, I am in a good mood, even though I am under the weather. No, that's a disclosure. I was told, I was directed that if I wasn't feeling 100%, if I wasn't feeling very well, that maybe I should stay home. So I got myself a little whiskey to help the congestion going on, all the congestion going on up in my nasal passage. So I'll be sipping that all day to help out my sickness, whatever that is. Because I can't identify it. But I know if I go to the hospital and stick a little Q-tip up my nose, they'll just come up with some fake news and say it's the virus. Or it's like, it could be anything. It could just be a runny nose. It could just be allergies. But they don't care about that. All they care about is that they designate my sickness as the virus, the C virus. Anyway. Alpha 3 is in a good mood. I'm in an absolute good mood because I'm celebrating Philadelphia, and as we all know, bad things happen in Philadelphia, right? Thanks for that, Trump daddy. Put that out there as an insult, not realizing that all of Philadelphia loved it because now that's our war cry. Bad things happen in Philadelphia, and they do. If you're the opposing team, if you're on the other side of the team, yeah, bad things will happen. And I get it. Like, people hate Philadelphia, but the people that hate Philadelphia are not from Philadelphia. That's the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, if you're on the good side, the Philadelphia side, then you would love Philadelphia. But anyway, I am celebrating all of Philadelphia sports because we're not missing. At the current time, none of the teams are missing except for the Flyers, but we have a rage room for that. Except for the Flyers, every other team is not missing. All right, first of all, we started out the season, the Philadelphia Phillies. We started off our season just decimating the Philadelphia A's. All right, now if you're one of these people that don't really do their history, you're not a history buff like old Alpha 3, or you wouldn't know that it was actually the Philadelphia A's and they moved. The traitors that they are. The traitors that the Philadelphia A's were. And they've been out of Philadelphia for 100 years, for like a century, all right? And they moved over to Oakland or wherever they moved to, but who cares? They're traitors, right? So then we had to replace them with a real team, the Philadelphia Phillies, right? But anyway, the Philadelphia Phillies did decimate the A's yesterday. It's going to be a trend. We put the whole league on notice. The hateful Atlanta Braves on notice with our batting because we have an undeniably awesome batting lineup. All right, we started out the season the way we should be with a home run, but that's yet to be seen because our pitching situations needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But our batting lineup is phenomenal. Right? It's deadly. Anyway, so the Philadelphia Phillies undefeated so far. Call me a liar. All right, so we have 3 teams in Philadelphia right now that are undefeated. All right, first we have the Phillies. They're undefeated. All right, then we have the Philadelphia Football Union, the real football, not that fake NFL American football. I'm talking about real original football. And our Philadelphia Union is undefeated. That's nice. They are number 1 in the league right now. And then, of course, we have our Philadelphia Football Eagles, the American fake news Eagles. I don't mean that as an insult. I mean fake news football, right? Because American football is fake news. But the Philadelphia Eagles are undefeated. Look at their record for the season. Yeah, tell me that they got beaten yet. All right, so everything is looking great. The Sixers are getting ready to go on a nice run with Joel Embiid and the team. All right, so that's nice. James Harden. So we're going to go on a run there. All right, so we're all looking good. All the teams are running at full speed right now, full speed ahead. All right, a runaway train going on right now. So that's nice. All right. So I'll be celebrating Philadelphia sports all day today. Yes, I will. But there's that's that's one of the problems with people that have teams that they like all over the United States. You like one guy, he is like a Dallas Cowboy fan, and he's a New York Yankees fan, and then he's like a LA Lakers fan. Like that's just so cheesy, right? Pick a city, the city that you're closest to. Pick one city and you adopt all the teams. That's what you do. That's how you do it. All right. But the problem with that is that you can't celebrate in the city that you live near. You can't celebrate with everybody else. Right. You'll never feel what Alpha 3 is feeling right now. Right? You'll never will. You just have to be subjected to that alternative lifestyle of sports fanning. All right, where you have to pick teams. I know how it happened though. Yeah, because when you were a child, you had childish behaviors, and you saw a team that was doing good at the time. And he's like, oh, I want to be a winner too, because your upbringing didn't teach you that no matter what goes on in your life, no matter who you root for, you're still a winner. Your parents, your mother and father never taught you that. Like my parents, like Alpha 3's parents, it doesn't matter who you root for. It doesn't matter what condition you're in. It doesn't matter what's going on around you. You're always a winner, no matter what. See, that's what Alpha 3 was taught, but you weren't. You have to live vicariously through teams all over the country, and then you want to somehow adopt their winning attitude into your universe. That's not the way it works. Okay. But anyway, you were a child, and then you wanted to feel like a winner too. You wanted to cheer for something. So you just picked any team that was winning at the time, not understanding that that's not going to last forever. But then when you grew up, you never grew up. So at some point you root for teams when you're a baby because you don't know any better. But then at some point when you reach puberty, like 12, 13 years old, and you start to become a young adult, and you start becoming a grown man, grown woman, then you start to realize that, oh, what I did was childish. I need to root for the home team. I need to get on the home team side. That's how you do it. But anyway, I will be celebrating sports. Everything's going to be looking good. I got this guy worried at work. This guy that I know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a Maryland Commanders fan. Change your name, Maryland, but he's a Maryland Commanders fan, right? So I got him all hyped up because we got all these new picks from the Saints, right? That's how the brainiac, the mega mind, Rosie does it, right? So we got all these picks. I told him, I said, listen, we're going to do to you what we did to Arlington and East Rutherford. What we're going to do is we're going to wait till the clock starts ticking for the team in front of you, right? And then we're going to trade off all our draft picks that we acquired from the Saints, and we're going to trade all that trash off to get the player that you wanted so we can complete the trifecta. Right? Because we all know Philadelphia. First of all, the Philadelphia Eagles is the only team in the division that has a team that's actually in the city that they represent. That's number one, right? So we own the NFC East and their fans and their fan base. Yes, we do. So we do whatever during the draft. We do whatever we want, right? That's what we do. We do whatever we want. And we just choose to lump you in, Commanders, with the other two goofy teams in the NFC East. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay the law down on you guys during the draft. We're going to let you know that, no, you cannot have the player that you want, because we're going to save them. We're going to save that player the embarrassment of having to put on that disgusting uniform coming out of Maryland. All right, we're going to put you in a real uniform, a real grown man's uniform. All right, because the Washington Commanders, or the Maryland Commanders, that whole franchise is in a disastrous state. Snyder's going to be wearing orange pretty soon. He's going to be wearing orange, county orange. Yeah. Anyway, last thing I'll say is that I just absolutely decimated the Honda guy on Sunday. It was so funny, like. he wanted to come work out with old Alpha 3, and Alpha 3 put him through the ringer. First of all, the Honda guy couldn't do what Alpha 3 could do. The Honda guy couldn't do it in the speed that he did it, the amount of weights that he did it, the time that he did it, right? He couldn't do it. He couldn't do the reps, he couldn't do the weights, he couldn't do the speed. I haven't heard from the Honda guy since. That's pretty funny, because when we were done a couple hours later, I offer, because what I do is I go and I put in work at the gym, right? 3.5 hours, 3 hours, whatever. I could have went for 5 hours, and then I go home and I hydrate with some old proper number 12. So so a couple hours later, I offered him the proper number 12, and he declined to indulge in the decongestant. Anyway, Alpha 3 is out. Have a great day. Send it.